Why?
Mr. Richmond, just a short time ago, you had the civil rights groups here had a cohesive unit in this first boycott, and now you're opposing Mr. Galamison on the second one. Why?
Well, we're opposing a second boycott because we feel it's much too premature. We feel there are many other methods of obtaining cooperation from the Board of Education than calling a second boycott at this time.
Have you been in touch with any of the other civil rights groups here?
We plan to be in touch with a good many civil rights groups and civic groups during these next 2 weeks, because we feel that all of the civil rights groups and civic groups ought to begin cooperating on working on the Board of Education to come up with some evidence of good faith on their part.
Well, this seems to imply that there's a split between Mr. Galamison and some of the other groups. What about that?
Well, there's only a split on method. There's not a split on principle. We all want the same thing. And basically, I can say that we all want the Board of Education to augment its own integration plan with the 10-point plan set up by the Urban League of Greater New York. You know, we worked on that 10-point plan for 2.5 years, and the Board of Education has commented quite favorably on it. We would like to see them take their plan plus our plan, and I believe every other civic rights group wants the same thing.
Well, do you think that under the circumstances a second boycott would be successful?
I don't believe a second boycott will be anywhere near as successful as the first boycott, and all I can say is that many civil rights groups and civic-minded groups are not going to support a second boycott, and I suppose will do whatever they can to see the children go to school.
Well, isn't this actually a challenge to Galamison's leadership?
I wouldn't say that because, as I said before, we're all anxious for the same end result. And we do hope now to talk with Mr. Galamison and get him to change his mind on this second boycott. Up to last night, Mr. Galamison was quite agreed upon forwarding the Urban League's plan to other civil rights groups and then forwarding on to the Board of Education. We just changed his mind this morning.